Welcome back to my channel. My name's Justin, and I'm running for the king. Hey everyone, like I said, my name is Justin, and I'm a part-time reseller. I live in Southern Illinois, and this video is going to walk you through everything that sold for me on eBay this week from Tuesday, November 8th through today, Monday, November 14th. Anyway, we're going to jump all the way back to the 8th and start last Tuesday and work our way back to today. Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, and today is the 8th of November when I'm recording this, and fairly slow compared to yesterday, which was the last day of last week's video, but I did get 2 orders in the last 30 minutes, so that makes 3 orders to pack right now. Let's grab that first one. This is an item that I got out of the Crafty storage unit, and it's right in here. A Franklin Mint Presidential Hall of Fame coin set, I guess, from 1968. It's in not very good condition. It doesn't have the COA, but it does have all the coins, so maybe a coin collector wants it. I disclosed everything in the listing, of course, and like I said, it came out of the unit, so I'm already in the profit, and that sold for $7.99 plus shipping. I'm just going to put a piece of cardboard on both sides, I believe, and it should still go first class. All right, the next item is a lot of hat pins, and I have them right up here in this box here. Let me pull it down and I'll get them out for you. So this box is full of about a bajillion of these Rotary International ukulele keychains from, it says for 100 years. Forget what the date is on all of them. I bought a giant box of them at an estate sale, and I more than made my money, but if anyone needs a ukulele keychain, that could be your go-to. But here's the hat pins I'm looking for. All right, as you see, I have it labeled Illinois pins. I'll show a picture here on the screen of what they actually look like. I bought a big box of pins, and I think there was also a lighter in there, belt buckles, different things at a yard sale last year, and these still remain. These sold for $9.99. And then the last item is some yarn. I've been listing and selling yarn out of the Crafty storage unit, and it's right up there in the blue bucket. Here we go. Doesn't look like much. There's, 9 small balls or skeins. They're really not skeins, they're really balls, I guess, of yarn. But this is cotton spandex blend, and I guess it's worth quite a bit, or kind of expensive. These 9 sold for $39.99, and as you can see, there's 4 different colors. And speaking of yarn and Crafty storage units, I've brought over almost all the yarn out of my storage unit that I got out of I brought over to the shed so I can start sorting it, listing it, and it's selling, right? So right now I have that tub full of yarn, that tub full of yarn, this tub full of yarn, the tiny tub underneath it full of yarn, this tub full of yarn, and yarn over there that I'm photographing right now. It's a lot of yarn. I don't know yarn, really, but for reselling, you don't really have to know it, right? We can scan it, we can look it up, see what it's selling for, list it at that price, and see it go out the door. Well, it's still Tuesday, and I had one other order come in. I grabbed it and packed it up real quick, and, well, forgot to show you pulling it out of a box, but that's not the exciting part, I guess. Can you guess what it is? That's right, it's yarn, and it's yarn I listed after I got done filming the earlier part of today's video at lunch, and it already sold. I did take an offer, but I took an offer of $7. It's for 2 small skeins of yarn, and it sold on Mercari. I think I had it listed at $9, and it sold for $7. I'm just happy it's going out. It's all profit. That's it for Tuesday. Let's go to Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday, the 9th of November, and I have 4 items so far going out. It's warm in the shed today. The air conditioner just kicked off, so hopefully it doesn't kick on while we're talking here. But the first item that I sold was one that's actually sold on Sunday, but they just paid last night, and it's a set of dish towels, and it should be right in here. Well, they weren't in that tub, but they're in this one right here. Here they are. So this is a set of hummingbird and hibiscus dish towels. They're Stevens Linens is the brand, and they're called Terry towels on the tag. Anyway, I got those out of the Crafty storage unit. They were brand new with tags, and I think I had them listed for a little bit higher, but I ended up taking an offer of $12 plus shipping, and I'm happy they're going. Now, with all the yarn and everything that's been coming into the shed, into the store, and into storage here, I've had to move some stuff around. I did sell a snow baby statue thing, and it was up in the blue tub, but now it's, well, it's right here on the rack. Made for easy grabbing today. This one is Rubber Ducky, You're My Friend, and it's got Ernie and a snow baby playing with rubber duckies in water, and it looks like it's dirty water, but that's the way it's made. Anyway, that sold for $12 plus shipping. And the last item I have today is back on the DVD rack. It's a CD. And there it is. I picked this one up at Goodwill. It was $1. It may have been 25% off, I'm not sure, but it was at most $1. And when I was comping at the store, there was only one listed. I found 0 sold with that barcode, and the only one listed was selling for $100, or they had it listed for $100, and that sounded pretty unreasonable. I've never heard of this person, which is sometimes good, but once I got digging in, and I picked it up for $1. Once I got home and actually did some research on it, it looks like it sells for about $16, and that's what this one sold for, $15.99 plus shipping. Now, the last item I have going out today is from Mercari. I went ahead and pulled it out because it was hiding from me. It just took a couple minutes to find it, and it is this t-shirt right here. It's a Hangman Adam Page WWE wrestling t-shirt. I picked this up in a lot on Facebook Marketplace, and I probably have a couple bucks into each one. I think I got 8 or 9 of them, and this one sold for $15 plus shipping. Hey everyone, it is still Wednesday, and I just got off work from my day job. The computer's off. I have a few more orders to show you. I've pulled most of them out already because I want to get them to the post office as soon as I can. The first is a set of these vintage Gitano pantyhose. Who knew when I started reselling I would be a pantyhose seller, but there you go. These are probably pretty fancy from back in the day. I picked these up at somewhere, and I think I have maybe $1 or $2 total in the 2 pair, and I've had them listed for over a year. I took the picture before I had the shed. I've had the shed a year and 3 months now, so it's before that. The offer came in last night, and I looked at my wife and I said, I don't care what the amount is, I'm accepting it, because I want these gone. I've been here too long, just get my money back. And I had them listed for $20, these sold for $7 plus shipping. Not great, but they're gone now. The next order I have to show you is some yarn, of course. We're going to see lots of yarn get sold. This is some Vanna's, Vanna's Glamour, which is some sparkly yarn here. 4 small skeins, and that sold for $19.99, which is great. Most of the yarn is not worth that. I sold this VHS tape from, well, it's Fort Apache with John Wayne. I got a bunch of John Wayne VHS tapes. This one is still factory sealed, nothing fancy. I picked it up either for 20 cents or less. A couple of thrift stores sell them super cheap, and so I grabbed this one. And this sold today for $7.99 plus shipping. So this will make me about $6, which is great. And then I have one more item. I'm going to go grab it here. Why don't you come with me? So this one is one that sold earlier the day or yesterday. It's one of these blankets. And they just paid actually about 10 seconds before I started the camera. So I'm going to grab that and pack that up as well. This is a vintage Sesame Street a blanket. It's one of these, what is it, polyester? Yeah, 100% polyester. They're kind of like those rough ones, but it's got screen printed on it, ABCs, and it has Elmo and Oscar the Grouch on it. Picked this up at a thrift store. I know I paid $2 for this. I've had it for quite a while, and I accepted an offer of $20 plus shipping. And like I said, they just paid a few minutes ago, and I'm going to make sure it gets out right away before they change their mind or something, you know? You never know. All right, that's it for Wednesday. I'm done. Anything else that comes in today is going to be on tomorrow. Thanks so much for hanging in there with me. Let's jump to Thursday. Hey everyone, it is Thursday, and today is the 10th of November. I have 5 items going out. I'm not working at my normal job back here today. Took the day off, helped at my church's food bank. but I do need to ship my orders, and so let's do that now. The first one I have right here, I've already pulled it out. It's yarn. This is 2 sets of 2 scrubby skeins. I guess I was saying the word wrong. It's skein. It's pronounced skeins, not skeins. But anyway, 4 skeins. These are scrubby ones, like for making dish scrubbers, I guess, and things for your kitchen. Anyway, took offers on both these. I had them listed for a little higher. This one sold for $8. This one sold for $7.50. They both went to the same buyer, and I pulled them out that way I could weigh them and combine shipping, and I did just that. So those are going out together, and they will stay under first class, thankfully, under a pound, and so that's 1. 4 more to go. My next order is right in here. It's something I picked up at a yard sale. All right, this is Mike E. Mint. He is a Lifesaver mascot. I've never heard of these guys, but this one is vintage, made in Hong Kong. I picked it up at a yard sale for $1, maybe. I thought it would be worth, you know, a nice little chunk because I had never seen it. I thought it was older than it was, but that one sold for $10. I received an offer. I think I had it listed at 15 or something, but it sold for 10 plus shipping, and that's good enough for me. I'm back here in the back. I have something out of my smalls bucket. Let me show you here. So fans of the Commonwealth Picker might recognize these because Kevin's been selling these for years. He has a huge stack. I found some, and well, I kind of feel bad. So I found some as well, and I kind of undercut him on the market, although he's selling probably way more than me. This is the first set I have. I bought 26 of them, so I had 13 pairs, and I'm selling these. I had these listed at $5.99 plus shipping. I sent a 10% off offer, and these sold for $5.39. They're going to be super easy to ship. The buyer asked me to make sure they don't get bent or anything because he's a collector, and I'm going to ship them correct anyway. But I'm going to put 2 pieces of cardboard, one on top, one on bottom, slide them into a vinyl mailer, and they will arrive just looking like they do right now. So those are my eBay orders. I do have 2 orders on Mercari, and they're both media. And the first one's here on my shelf. It's not a DVD, it's a cassette, or rather, it's a set of cassettes, a lot of cassettes. So this lot of cassettes is a comedy set. I got them saran wrapped together here. Weird Al, Richard Pryor, Ray Stevens, Billy Crystal, and this one's Citizens Bloopers, which is a bunch of gaffes from famous people, I think. Anyway, I had these listed for a while. I got them in a large lot of cassettes I'm well into the profit for, and those sold for $18 plus shipping. And then the last order is a set of books. It's a set of hardback books, and it's kind of in a big box. It is right there in the corner, so I'm going to have to dig it out. I got such a mess. My death pile's taking over the floor, and I got stuff stacked on top. But I'm going to pull that box out, and I'll show you what's in it. There's the box. I'm not going to open it. It's all pre-packaged and everything ready to go. I'm an over-taper, so I'll probably put another round of tape on it just to be certain. It's a set of Iris Johnson hardcover books. They're mystery books, and I picked these up at a thrift store. It's not Goodwill. It's a locally ran one. They sell all their books for $5, and I think I bought well over 100 books all at once because someone donated a huge ton of mystery books, all hardbacks, a bunch of different authors. So I just loaded up my whole trunk. But 20 cents a piece. I may have paid $20. This set of 12 or 10, I think it's 12. I think there's 12 in there. Sold for $38 plus shipping, or $38 free shipping. That's it for Thursday. Thank you so much for hanging in there so far. We're going to jump to Friday. Hey everyone, it is Friday. It is the 11th of November, and it's Veterans Day. And so the post office is closed. I'm not shipping anything. I may do some things, ship some stuff tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. Just depends on how my schedule looks. After I go, if I go yard selling, it's cold. It's officially going to be cold tomorrow. The Midwest has decided it's ready for winter, and so it was shorts 2 days ago, and I'll have a coat on tomorrow. But I just wanted to say to all those veterans out there, thank you so much for your service, for your sacrifice. Today is Veterans Day. It's not just a day off from shipping packages or whatnot, but it's a time to honor those people that stood up and served our country. That way we can have the freedoms that we have today. So once again, veterans, thank you so much. If I ship tomorrow, I will be on the video. And if I ship Monday, it'll still be right now. Hey everyone, it is Saturday, and today is the 12th of November. I have 7 orders, and I don't ship on Saturdays usually, but since I already have 7, and I'm going to be rushed for time on Monday, I'm going to go ahead and get those out today before the weekend's up, since I didn't ship yesterday, because it was Veterans Day. Okay, so 7 orders. I have 4 on Mercari. It's probably the most I've had at one time on Mercari, really. And so let's grab those first. The first is a pen. So it should be in my smalls box here. All right, this is a Frankenhooker pen. Very classy horror movie, I'm sure. The pen I got in a mystery box from Zobi. And this one sold for $20 plus shipping. I did sell one of the Funko Pops that I had opened with my daughter on the channel this last week, and it sold the same day I listed it. It's this one here. It's Winston from New Girl, and the Funko Pops were $15 a pop, minus 20%, and I sold this one for $20 plus shipping. So this one was just a wee bit of profit. But my daughter does like Funko Pops, and so I did grab those so we could kind of do a video together too. The next item I have is back here on my media shelf, but it is up there. Here it is. It's a deep tissue massager kit. So the massager, here it says massager sold separately. I picked this up at a yard sale for $2. When I walked up on the yard sale, I was like, $2 for a massager? I'm in. It's just the kit. But then I looked it up, and it's still selling for more than $2, so I picked it up. That kit sold on Mercari for $20 plus shipping, and I have $2 in, so it worked out for me. And then my last item on Mercari so far for the weekend is up there in, if I can get my hand in the right spot, there it is, up there in that blue box. It's yarn. Here's the yarn. It's a Lion Brand yarn mandala ombre cake. And that sold for $5 plus shipping. It came out of the Crafty storage unit, and so I'm already in the profit for it. It's not going to be a huge profit after Mercari takes their fees, but it all adds up. All right, that's the 4 Mercari sales. I have 3 on eBay to pull as well. The first one is yarn. It's this right here. It's 2 Department 71 Naomi yarns. It's like a lace trim, I think. It's thicker than normal yarn. It's almost like it's a woven thing. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about yarn. But these 2 small skeins sold for $5.99 plus shipping. And they're super easy to list and pack and ship and everything. And they can't break in the mail. It's great. The next item on eBay can break in the mail. And so I'm going to be pretty careful as far as how I pack it and ship it. It is a Snow Baby figurine set, but it also has a snow globe in it, so liquid and porcelain is what I have to deal with on this one, but it sold for good dollars. Let me pull it out. It's right here on my shelf. There it is. It's a Wizard of Oz. They're coming from Oz snow globe figurine thing. I'll put a picture of my sold listing here up on the screen, but I wouldn't recommend buying Snow Babies. I bought this one at a yard sale for $2. I think I bought 12 of them for $2 or 11 of them for $2. And I only bought the ones that were licensed. And the Disney ones went pretty quick. I had 3 Wizard of Oz ones, 2 Wizard of Oz ones maybe? I don't remember. I have 1 left after this one. And I grabbed these. This one sold on offer for $35.99 plus shipping. And the last item on eBay is in one of my small containers here. All right, there it is. It is a Tahoe's Ski Valley brass belt buckle. I've already have it wrapped in the plastic, that way it didn't get any scratched up or anything. Kind of see it through there. I picked that up in a estate sale. I think I paid $2 for it. It was a half off day. and that one sold for $29.99 plus shipping. All right, that's it. My post office closes in about an hour. They're only open for like 2 hours on Saturday, I think. It's a really short window. So I'm gonna get this stuff packed up to the post office just so I don't have to rush on Monday. Hopefully I'll have another big stack to show you on what sells then. Hey everyone, it is Monday, it is November 14th, and I have quite a few things going out. I sold a bunch of yarn since Saturday, and let's do those first. I've already pulled them, but I'm gonna show you what sold. All right. First off, on Mercari, I sold this lot of 6 skeins of, it's Karen Simply Soft Party. It's metallically sparkly yarn, and this bundle sold for $10 plus shipping. Also on Mercari, I sold this cake of yarn. It's a mandala cake, and this one I had listed for $6, and I took an offer of $5 plus shipping. It fits in a 5x5x5 cube box, which I bought super cheap on Facebook, and so it's going to be super easy to ship to. Next up, still on Mercari, I sold these 6 balls of its sugar and cream, and it's hard to see kind of with the camera, but they are red, white, and green. Perfect for Christmas. I think they're called mistletoe. There we go. This bundle sold for $20 plus shipping, so that's another good one there. And I had 3 yarn sales on eBay. The first is this lot of 3 skeins here. It is Karen Simply Soft Ombre. It's like a purpley ombre. They're still factory sealed in the original plastic bag here. These 3 sold for $10 plus shipping. This here is a lot of 4 boutique, or Red Heart Boutique Sachet Metallic, another metallic thing. It's not just a string of yarn, they're kind of like a lacy kind of deal. I don't know what it's used for. It's yarn. This bundle sold for $9.99 plus shipping. And the last yarn of the day is these 2 tiny small skeins. They are Premier Yarns Lash Locks, and they're kind of feathery. And I don't know if you can kind of see it. I don't know. It's yarn. And this set, I took an offer of $4 this morning, and they paid right away, and so I'm just happy it sold. Alright, that's all the yarn. They're super easy to ship. I don't have to worry about it breaking. And it's basically free because I've already paid for the unit. So any sell, big or small, it just goes straight to the bank account. Alright, let's move to non-yarn things. Well, this first item is yarn adjacent, I guess. It's right down here in this gray tub here. This also came out of the Crafty storage unit. It's a French knitter, so I guess you can maybe use it with yarn. Maybe it's for jewelry. I'm not really sure. It was brand new in the package, and that sold for $8.99 plus shipping. I did sell 2 DVDs. The first one is this Cinderella 3, A Twist in Time. This came out of the $100 DVD buy I had a few months ago, and that sold for $4.99 plus shipping. And the next item, the next DVD, is right here. I mean, I listed it as a DVD. Technically, it's on a DVD, but it is a kids ministry curriculum kit, and it's got looks like 12 lessons and such. I picked that up at Goodwill, and I paid $2.50 for it, which is more than I would normally pay for a DVD. But I thought we could possibly use it for our church. We're not going to, and so I sold it, right? That was the plan. Either buy it to sell or buy it to use. We're not using it, and it sold in just a few days for $9.99 plus shipping. And then my last DVD for the weekend is right here. The payment just came through on it, and let me show you what I got. This one is a Numa, also church curriculum from Rob Bell. I am not a fan of Rob Bell. I would not use him in my youth ministry. But that sold. I've had it for a long time. I think I paid $1 for it at a thrift store. It sold on offer of $3 plus shipping. Not a lot. I've had it for so long, I was taking any offer, and I took that one. And then the last item I have so far for eBay is right down here. It is a Harley Davidson ornament set. It has 2 biker dudes that are mini nutcrackers. I picked that up in a lot at a yard sale in the summer sometime, and it was buried in my death pile, and I had moved things around for the last video I did with my daughter, and I found them, and I'm like, oh, I got to get those listed. So I got those listed, on Friday. Well, Thursday and Friday, I guess. And those sold over the weekend. They sold for $19.99. I said I only had one more, but that was for eBay. The last sale is one of the Funko Pops that I opened in my last video. And it is right over here. Here it is, in this nice pink box. Sometimes the pink doesn't show up on the camera. It shows as like red or mauve. But that is a bright pink box. And it is a Brett, the Hitman Heart Funko Pop. One of the, I guess this was the most valuable Funko Pop in the box that I opened. That one, still not crazy value. I had it listed for $44, and I got an offer of $35. I countered at $40, and they countered at $38, and I just took it to get it moving. That sold for $38 plus shipping. These came in these pink boxes. They're pretty sturdy. I can put it in plastic and in bubble wrap. Close the lid. It's going to be more solid than a normal 8x6x4 box. It stays under a pound, which is where I'm at for Mercari shipping. And it's going to go basically just like this with bubble wrap. Well, that is it for the week. I have a bunch of orders to pack, but I feel like it went really quick. And I guess that's just because I pulled all that yarn all at once. There's a bunch of yarn orders. I'll continue to do that so you don't have to sit there and watch me talk about yarn for too long. Probably too late for that already. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me and hanging out with me this week. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to do 1 to 2 videos a week right now. We may expand that if I have time. Time is the issue there. And if you wanted to be notified when I post new content, hit that bell notification too. I hope you have a great day, and God bless. And speaking of yarn and the crafty storage unit, I've brought almost... Here comes a train. We'll be back in a second.